What's up, y'all? Welcome back. So, we're going to do a little reading about the affidavit that was released today that details what law enforcement was able to uncover for them to be able to move forward with arresting Brian Koberger. All right, some of the things that they mentioned in the affidavit, like buttons and a few other things, I'm going to have to go back and look at it again and figure out which reading it was that I said some of this stuff in. And of course, we know that that is more than likely not even the tip of the iceberg, right? I'm sure they want to put out everything that they have. Um, and so also we're going to look at the roommates, which I've never really looked at. I believe that in the back of some of our minds, we wondered a lot about what happened, if they seen anything. But with everything going on, and after blaming everybody, I believe a lot of us didn't want to look at that. But a lot of people from the beginning have been suspect of the roommates. So we're going to look at them as well. So let's see. I just wrote a couple of things down. So I wanted to look at everything I say is alleged. And they were talking about Dylan being a witness, allegedly, right? And that may be why I felt something was off in this case. Like I said, everything else has lined up, but it just feels like something is off. And I'm not blaming her. We're going to look at it, and everything I say is alleged. So they said that she came face to face with this person. I believe, I'm not sure. Again, I got to watch it again, that he was wearing a mask and came towards her and left. She heard noises and crying and everything else. And from what I understand so far, I could have some details wrong. What was previously said, and that could be rumors, was that the police did not get called until the next day, afternoon, 11, 12, something like that. So if she's seen this person and heard all of that, why wait to the next day? So I feel like that's a legit question for people to have. So we will look at that. Everybody reacts to things differently. It could just been fear. I do spiritual work and I allegedly talk to energy and people that passed over, and I personally would be scared to sit in the house with dead bodies. And that's just an opinion, that's not fact. Other people react differently. Bethany wasn't mentioned much, but that doesn't mean that she didn't have a statement or anything like that. Um, they also said something about DoorDash being delivered for Susanna. I think it could have been for somebody else at 4 a.m. And so we don't have any receipts of whether it was handed off or left at the door. Probably just something that is a receipt to show that there was an order. Okay. And I want to look at the DNA on the button. I can't remember if they said it was blood or fingerprints. I don't know. But it feels, I mean, they're saying what they have seems pretty concrete. You got a witness allegedly, you got DNA allegedly. They had all type of cell phone records and stuff like that. And allegedly, Dylan, I believe they said she recorded this person leaving. So interesting, right? So that could definitely be why I felt something was off, and I still feel something is off. So we'll look at it and we'll see what comes up. But for now, I guess I will concede to what police are saying, but I still feel like something is off. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's the police's fault or anything, it's just something they don't see. So, um, but again, I could be wrong. So I'm not above that. All right. So let's look at Dylan first. I guess pull to that energy specifically based off of what we've seen in the affidavit. So Dylan, show me Dylan's energy. Please and thank you, clarity. Please and thank you, no rumors, just truth. Why did Dylan not call the police? Why did Dylan not call the police? Why was it the next day before Dylan called the police. The Three of Wands wanted to come out, but it didn't. We have the Queen of Wands. That's who kept showing up the other days. The Page of Swords, the Magician, and the Five of Pentacles. So far, all that is telling us is that she didn't, or she waited to call the police, okay? But of course, like I always say, the Queen of Wands is not exclusive to one person. It has a lot of different meanings, and it may not be describing the person. It might just be describing the energy, you know. All right, so let's see what else. Justice on top. Huh. Okay, so this is what we have so far, y'all. We have the Queen of Wands, which is fire energy, it's creativity, it's passion, it's taking action, right? Then we have the Page of Swords. And again, the action would be making a phone call. The Page of Swords is all about communication, specifically social media and phone calls, stuff like that. The Magician is also about taking action, okay? Then the Five of Pentacles is about lack. It could be about health, but it's a lack energy. Um, Maybe she was afraid that he was still outside and that he would come back, but then also look at that like that would be more incentive to call the police. So, all right, so the Knight of Wands is like this for me. It's typically halting and stopping energy. Just the way the picture looks to me, it makes me feel. Plus, it's with the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. It's the next card, so it will be, ending and also, overkill. And this beginnings. And the final card is the Wheel of Fortune. So again, that's like timing for this specific question and what else we have up here. So she also could have just been in fear of, this person not being called and coming back after her or something. On top of the deck is the Justice card and the Eight of Wands. Oh, I didn't even see that. Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands. Allegedly, y'all, it looked like somebody had to get their story straight, allegedly. But let's move on. Boop, boop, boop. On the back of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. So this could be calling family and stuff like that. Like people were speculating. I don't know if it's true or not that she called Ethan's brother first. He was at the scene of the crime first and called other friends. So that could be that as well. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and the Four of Swords. So um, it's real suspicious, but let's clarify. Let's just clarify. So we've been wondering for a long time. I'm not saying that this is her. I'm not at all. But the affidavit raises some legitimate questions, right? We've been looking and wondering who the female is. She keeps showing up as the Empress and the Queen of Wands. She shows up as many things, even the Knight of Swords, which could just be Brian or a third person. For me, I've been leaning heavily towards 2 to 3 people. One person that is suspicious, may feel like, they may have something to do with it, or they unknowingly have something to do with it, or they think they know something, but they're not sure. Other person is a female. Seems older, doesn't have to be, um, and they seem like they possibly had this person do the job for them, which could be Brian. So it was the physical perpetrator, somebody being a puppet master, and somebody that may have known but wasn't sure or unwillingly helped in some way. All right. So let's look at the Queen of Wands. Why the Queen of Wands for? Why didn't Dylan call the police? Why was it so long before she called the police? The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. So she just didn't think nothing of it. She didn't think anything of a masked man. So to debunk that, I could have it wrong, but this could just be speculation. I was doing household chores while I was listening to a stream reading the affidavit. So, and I got a phone call in the middle of it too. But allegedly, Dylan heard somebody say somebody's in the house, right? So that's the first red flag of concern. Somebody's in the house. Then she allegedly says that she came face to face with the perpetrator and he left without harming her. Okay. Then, so people were saying it's possible that she just didn't think anything of it. She could have been scared of multiple reasons, right? So, for her not to think anything of it, if it's true that someone says someone's in the house, that would completely go against that because we already got a red flag to say somebody's in the house. I see this weird person with a mask on. So that will kind of blow out the didn't think anything of it. So this could just be a rumor popping up here. Of course, it's alleged. I don't know for certain. We may never know. The way this is looking, we may never know. So then, yeah, so if, and this is alleged, I think this is what was said in the affidavit, though, that she came face to face with a person. I don't, I'm gonna have to look at it again. So let's see. Tell me more for the Queen of Wands. So far, it could be that she didn't think anything of it. So the next card for the Queen of Wands is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Wands, most of the, kings and queens, they're sitting there on their throne, right? So for me, they seem stationary. Now, typically, kings and queens are pretty busy. So when they're just sitting here on their throne, it's like planning, making plans, because the Seven of Pentacles is here. Not taking action and making plans. When they're sitting at their throne, they're getting ready to take action. They're preparing to take action. That's how I'm kind of feeling about it right now, looking at it. So this person allegedly possibly waited 4 cups and then Seven of Pentacles. So maybe they didn't think anything of it, but also this energy of I waited, put it off because I was making plans. Seven of Pentacles. Some other people say Seven of Pentacles. In addition to that, could be waiting for, you know, kind of like the energy of the Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for your hard work to pay off. Because he's waiting for those pentacles to fall off that tree, right? Again, money showing up here. So why the Page of Swords? That's the actual phone call itself. Why the Page of Swords? The Death card and the Tower. Wow. They both slid out together. I don't know if they was together already or what. So the Page of Swords is the Death card and the Tower. So I'm waiting to report this murder here because I'm waiting for something. Seven of Pentacles. She could be waiting for the person to leave, but this is like hours the next day. If it happened by the affidavit time between 4 and 4:30 roughly a.m., and then it didn't get reported till 11 o'clock in the afternoon ish, roughly the next day. I don't know, y'all. I'm not saying this is not true, it's just odd. Let's get one more for the Page of Swords, please. Thank you. One more. It is the Three of Swords, y'all. Like I said, allegedly, you have to have an allegiance to somebody, some type of relationship to be betrayed. To me, why the magician? Why the magician for? Why did Dylan not call the police quicker? This is the King of Swords. I had to come up with, see, the King of Swords, he's real logical, okay? He's prepared, and it's the magician. I need to, again, think and prepare before I make this phone call, allegedly. So, why the magician give us more? The Five of Cups, one more for the magician, the Nine of Wands. So, this energy for the magician, the King of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, it's like regret. It wanted to come in reverse. And then the Nine of Wands is like wounded warrior, tired. And so maybe that again is, we speculating, or this could be a fact that he was too tired to fight anymore. So I guess that's a good enough reason to leave a witness, even though I think they said he had on a mask. So. But shoot, DNA. They say they got DNA, so how can you? Um, yeah. So again, it kind of makes me feel like what was I saying? Electrician. Hmm. I don't know, man. It just makes me feel like maybe they had to clean up, maybe somebody was wounded, or just afraid this person was going to come back. I don't know. Why the Five of Pentacles? Why the Five of Pentacles? The Ten of Cups and the Strength card. So the Ten of Cups this is again clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So that's a lack energy. So maybe she just wanted to, for some reason, it was important to her to maybe let the family know first, or a family know first, and then the strength. Maybe she kind of beats herself up. Like if she's definitely not involved, if that is a fact, she could be beating herself up for not being strong enough to help, in some way. Give me one more. For the Five of Pentacles, it is the Seven of Swords, y'all. Allegedly, it's the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is, again, planning, preparation, it's manipulation, it's deception, it's thievery. Because earlier I was going through my head, like, trying to come up with reasons and stuff. That's why I like to talk to myself sometimes, because sometimes you'll say something and you'll listen to it back, or you'll think about it later, be like, that was kind of slow, a little bit slow. So I like to talk to myself first to hear it out loud and see how it sounds after it comes out my mouth. So earlier I was thinking, like, what if, you know, he was there, he was just going through stuff and cleaning up allegedly, like some people have speculated, he was just taking his time, allegedly. She just sat in the house, like, you know. But then I thought about how allegedly she said she's seeing him or they've seen each other. And why would, they just both chilling in the house together while he doing whatever he doing. So it's weird. So we know that's definitely not true, right? Or is it? But it's like somebody had to get their story straight. So I don't know why, if Dylan is involved, which I'm not saying she is, why, if she was involved, she would call one of the victim's family members. I don't know. This is very strange. I'm so like baffled. Why the Knight of Wands? Why the Knight of Wands? The Justice. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. The Eight of Swords. Like, what are we going to tell the police? And this could just even be her just worrying that the police would think it was her. You know what I mean? Like, all of this happened. I'm the only person here. I'm still alive. Nobody's going to believe me. You know? So that's a possibility. One more for the King of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so that could be it. You know, I'm here. They didn't mention Bethany a lot, so I don't, maybe she was there, maybe they was in separate rooms. So, you know, why the Ten of Swords? Why the Ten of Swords? Because Nine of Pentacles is about independence, and it's more Pentacles here. So, financial independence, just, independence in general. Why the Ten of Swords, but why Bethany didn't call. Hangman, Queen of Cups. One more. So maybe she just felt like she couldn't move. Maybe she didn't have her phone with her. But that still don't say why so long though. I could see why she didn't call during. this all happening, you in shock, you like what's going on, you don't want to be heard. Um, so many reasons why she wouldn't call as this is happening. But after the fact is interesting. Like again, if she didn't have her phone, it was in a car or downstairs, something that will also speak to why she wouldn't call right away within, while it's happening. But it doesn't answer why it took so long for her to call. Again, it could just be fear and a few other things, right? So why the Wheel of Fortune is the final card here. That is Judgment. Magician. Anything else for the Wheel of Fortune? Anything else for the Wheel of Fortune? I guess not. The Four Swords on top and the Empress on bottom. So I don't know if she called her mom as well or somebody else's mom. That's that Empress energy on the bottom. Um, yeah, this is shaky, shaky. Let's clarify one more time with Soul's journey on why um, Dylan didn't, took so long for Dylan to call the police allegedly. Envy is here, which is that Seven of Swords energy. The same as everybody, but with different challenges. Anything else? So that's why I surrender. I can release my need to control. And on top is acceptance, bottom is service. Service is I feel good when I can help others. Acceptance, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Surrender, I can release my need to control. And envy, I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is real suspicious to me. Loneliness. I'm confused. Um, Maybe she thought she was the only one that was still alive as well with that mind, that loneliness energy keep coming up here. Maybe she thought that she was the only one still alive. Maybe possibly. I don't know. All right, so let's get this up and let me think about what else we're gonna ask or how I want to word it. So let's ask, what will Brian Koberger's defense, for a lack of a better term, what would their answer be to the DNA that is allegedly linked back to Koberger at the scene of the crime for the Idaho 4 students? What would be Koberger's defense against the DNA, allegedly? What is Koberger's defense answer to the DNA? Nine of Swords, so that's a big stressor, of course. What else? That's going to be a big obstacle. Okay, and then we have the Six of Pentacles, Hierophant. So Six of Pentacles is like an exchange. It's equal balance, give and take. And sometimes you can look at it as breadcrumbing, which we might see it that way here with the Nine of Swords, but we'll see. They may be very interested, obviously, in seeing what else they have. The Hierophant could be paperwork. It could be like the judge, or it could be the lawyers. So let's see what else we get. The Seven of Damn Swords, child. Child. They're going to say that maybe they got it illegally. The final card that came out is the Six of Cups. So they might say, like everybody's been speculating, or this could just be a speculation itself, is that he's been there before. So let's just jump into this. Why the Nine of Swords or him on the floor? Page of Pentacle. I ain't gonna get up and get there yet. Okay, so Page of Pentacle for the Nine of Swords. So they could be, again, like we said previously, they might want to take a second look at it. Obviously, any attorney would like to take a look at it themselves. Tell me more about this. And then that could be that little pentacle for the Page of Pentacle, could be that button as well, but the Ace of Cups is here. So Cups are about emotions, and with it here with the Nine of Swords, it could just definitely be anxiety, and they could feel like they're on edge here with that type of evidence against their client. Give me one more for the Nine of Swords. Six of Swords. So again, I'm getting this energy, y'all. I don't know why. I think I'm freaking crazy at this point. But things, they always have a way of coming out. So based off what I get, it's some clarity that comes through. But I'm still thinking I'm nuts at this point, y'all. But I'm not going to say opposite of what I have here. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But for some reason, I just keep getting this energy of either they're going to make a deal because of the Six of Pentacles, give and take. I don't understand what type of deal they could make, or this could just be the lawyer just offering something, just an attempt to do the job for their client, right? But it keeps making me feel like some type of mistake or something that works in Koberger's works in his favor. So let's just move on and see why the Six of Pentacles. Why the Six of Pentacles? Six of Pentacles is Seven of Wands. What else? So it could be the way that it was obtained, Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So the his defense could just be arguing how this DNA was obtained in some way, shape, or form. Why the Hierophant? Oh, shoot, I got another card flipped over, the Four of Wands. So maybe with the cleanup energy there that, we all seen how they were starting to clean it up and then they called it off. They could be calling that into question in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, Seven of Wands is they're definitely going to try to fight that, which that's their job. So that's not really, out of the ordinary. So tell us about the Hierophant. Three of Cups. What else? So this could just be some type of motion they put in and it's granted by the judge. Doesn't and it's the Ten of Swords. So they could be throwing something out. It doesn't have to be the DNA they throw out to take the have a part of the trial. It could be something, some other evidence they're throwing out. But either way, his lawyer is, attempting to do their job and they may make some progress in some places. Whether it's enough or not, we shall see, right? So, and this could even just be, I could be reading, I'm asking this question about the lawyer, but it could be showing the, the state, the police, or, what's the damn, the opposite of the defense. It could be showing the other sides having a one up on them, but, you know. All right, one more for the Hierophant. One more for the Hierophant is the Hangman. And then why the Seven of Swords? What are they saying? The Strength of Reverse. So again, the lawyer may feel like that's not strong enough for whatever reason. Again, I don't know law, so I don't know what will make that possible. But the Strength card is here under the Seven of Swords. So they may feel like it's strong, but maybe she don't. Okay. Now give me another for the Seven of Swords. What is this, child? It is the Knight of Pentacles. One more. Six of Wands. Huh. So they may be able to prove something wasn't done correctly, or something is deceptive here. But again, it could just be speaking to the law enforcement successfully getting this evidence. But I'm leaning towards his defense saying that. Okay. Now, Six of Cups is the final card for this question. It's the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords could be shady, like the Seven of Swords. It could just be competitive. This is also like this one up energy for me. And so again, if they do say, well, hey, here's the connection. My client doesn't deny being there before. So that wouldn't be, you know, but allegedly that will bring me back to the affidavit saying that they found a knife sheath. So I don't know what this could be, but this is what I'm getting. the Star. One more. Ace of Wands. Interesting. It make me feel like some type of sexual act now. Um, and this is with the past energy. Six of Cups is all about memories. It's all about past. It's about a connection. So I don't. It's some type of sexual connection, possibly. At least this is what they're saying. At least this is what my perception is of what I'm seeing. All right. King of Wands on top. What's on the bottom is the Eight of Pentacles. Huh. Hmm. It could be work. Your Eight of Pentacles is studying your craft, getting better at something. It's work, it's school, stuff like that. Let's get Moonology. That would be good. Let's see Moonology. All right. We got emotions are running high, which is for that Nine of Swords energy, which is that first one. You know, I'm saying anxiety and stuff like that. Meditate and contemplate. But of course, she's coming up with her defense based around some of the stuff she maybe found out. And then it's time to release negativity on top, and on the bottom, a time for healing. Huh. That's that star energy again that came out with the Six of Cups. Healing or Four of Swords energy. Time for healing. So maybe it'll be a while before the next court appearance or before we hear anything else, or at least from the lawyer, because that's who we're looking at. Kohberger's lawyer's defense against the DNA. All right. So I guess I'm going to ask about Kohberger's lawyer's entire defense for what he's accused of. Let me get this card off the floor. Okay. Oh, shit, I'm dropping my sleeve. Let me take a drink. Hold on. Okay. So what will Kohberger's lawyer's defense be for her client in general? For the accusations of the unaliving of the Idaho 4 students, what will Kohberger's lawyer's defense be for her client overall in general for this case? What is Kohberger's lawyer's defense? Seven of Cups, which is choose wisely. It can also pertain to options, her looking at it from different angles, arguing from different angles, however that works. But mainly, I'm getting choose wisely. So you want to be very careful about what she says and how she applies it and how it continues to unfold for the benefit of her client, right? I guess. That's how it's making me feel. So, Seven of Cups. Tell us more about the Seven of Cups. I mean, not the seven. Don't tell us more about seven. We have the Queen of Cups. So maybe she hasn't decided quite yet. Maybe she's just starting to go ahead and develop her theory or her story. Then we have the Knight of Swords, the World card, and the Chariot. On top is the Eight of Pentacles. She could be saying he's an upstanding citizen, he's a teacher, he's this, that, and the third. Okay, trying to, humanize him, which I'm not saying he isn't, but based off how everybody is looking at him, he's being dehumanized, and so maybe she wants to touch some soft spots and try to get people to um, connect to Brian, I guess, for lack of a better word, as a person. Now let's see. Seven of Cups for Brian Kohberger's lawyer's defense. Out of Seven of Cups, we got the Six of Cups. So she could be using some other previous case study or some other precedent related to this, maybe possibly. But also, she could be saying that he knows her. Wow. She may be feeling pretty confident. So, for pick your I mean, for choose wisely, the Seven of Cups, it's the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords. For me, she feels confident so far because energy changes. She seems confident, like she will be moving into calmer water. So why the Queen of Cups? We got the Eight of Cups. She may be requesting they drop the charges or something. Four of Cups. Maybe she's thinking it's like a piece of cake. It's interesting because this could just be future energy in a couple days once her nerves calm down. Because the first question we asked about her, the previous question, we seen all types of anxiety, right? Why the Knight of Swords? We have the Empress. Hmm. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Hmm. So she may be, again, like I said, choosing the best option. This is a good one, but I'm not going to go with this because then it leaves it open for this, and this. So she may be pros and cons of ways to argue this, just kind of get into her business mode. So maybe she hasn't nailed it down quite yet. I feel like she is saying that she acknowledges that this is going to be a hard case, but I feel like she feels confident. And with a competitive job like being a lawyer, I feel like you should be confident, you know? So nothing major about that. I dropped another card though, so one second. Ace of Pentacle. I was not expecting that. I was still clarifying the Knight of Swords, right? Yeah. So there's a female here. So I don't know this Empress, okay? It don't have to be the same person that's been popping up here. It could just be something about the Empress, whether that's a female or otherwise. Again, it's offering up something. So I don't know if this is some type of alibi, which again would be contradiction to the police's phone records and all of that digital blueprint, the DNA and all of that. So I don't know how that's going to work, but this is just again what I'm getting. So we also could probably be talking. She could be just doing an interview, but I don't think it's a gag order, so she can't do that. This could just be in the future if this is related to that, about how there was previous plans here for trips and things like that. Um, but I don't really necessarily see that happening just because it's a gag order. Of course, they could change at any moment. But tell us about the World card, the Hermit. So I don't know if this, she could be studying some stuff, studying or taking a second look and just being real close on something that she wants to compare this to or use as a basis or a foundation for her arguments. But also, this could be, I don't know if she wants to have a private hearing or somebody else is requesting a private hearing, but I do see some type of offer here. Give me one more for the World. Well, we got two more, which is the Four of Wands and the Star. What? So Four of Wands is about celebration. The Star is about healing, balance to me as well. Hermit is about learning as well, but also seclusion. So she could be requesting maybe that he be continue to be in seclusion. I don't know if it will be protocol for him not to be in seclusion anymore. He just moved to general pop or what, but that could be something related to that as well. Um, why the Chariot? Why the Chariot? The Three of Cups. But another part of me is seeing this as her trying to get this dropped or something. I don't know. I could be off on that. See, look. So the Chariot is about moving forward. It's about progress. It's a pretty positive card overall. To clarify, to even put more on that positivity, is the Three of Cups, celebration, recognition, and reward type energy, right? Then we had the Magician and the Five of Pentacles. So this could be speaking of her past, Six of Cups there at the beginning. So this could be speaking of her past and how good of a lawyer she allegedly is, right? But also, I do feel like it could also be a little bit of her trying to get this out of here. I'm not sure, y'all. Let me go one more clarifier with Moonology. Don't let pride get in your way. So that could also speak to, hey, this looked too tough, y'all. We're gonna have to come up with some type of Ace of Pentacles for, you know, I could do this, my client could do this, this, and this if y'all can do this. But this could also just be her saying, hey, police, you've made a mistake. For whatever reason she may believe that's true. Um, don't let pride get in the way. Interesting. Let's see what else. This could also be her talking to Coburg and saying, hey, you need to plead, sir. Allegedly, your hard work is paying off. Interesting. Your hard work is paying off. What else? We have a new romantic cycle begins. Personal issue reaches resolution. So that would say something about end. This the end of a tough cycle approaches on the back. So y'all, I don't know if this lawyer got some up her sleeve or she knows something we don't know or there's been some type of mistake here. But especially with this card on the back here, the end of a tough cycle approaches, prosperity lies ahead. On the top, personal issue reaches a resolution and work through your fears. Luck is on your side. Don't let pride get in the way. Hard paying off the romantic cycle, and that's again. I don't know, y'all. We'll just have to see. So, let me think. Let me look at my papers, see if there's anything else. Let's ask if the DNA on the button. I know they already did, and they said it is. So, well, obviously everybody's going to concede to what the police say, and I'll have no choice but to as well. But just for clarity, just for wanting to know, we will ask if the DNA on the button is Brian Kohlberger's. Again, everything I say is alleged. Is the DNA they found at the scene of the crime and the Idaho 4 students unalivened on that button specifically, does it belong to Brian Kohlberger? Is this legit and damning evidence? Will this stick? Will it stay? Will it hold? Is this DNA on the button or at the scene of the crime Brian Kohlberger's? Is this Brian Kohlberger's DNA? Queen of Wands. I would say that's a yes so far for the Queen of Wands. The Six of Wands wanted to pop out, but it didn't. Let's see what else. That would be an absolute. Oh my God. So, oh my gosh, allegedly, y'all. So the only two cards that came out is the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords. On top of the deck is the Emperor. On bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. So the Emperor here, it could be a father figure, it could be an older man, it could be somebody with authority, okay, of some sort, just by age or seniority or by whatever position they hold, because the Emperor is a high ranking position, right? And then, so again, Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords could be strategy, it could be manipulation, it could be thievery, okay? And it's here with this Queen of Wands that has been showing up lately. Now, let's go ahead and clarify. We're asking about the DNA. Is it Kohlberger's? They said it is, so again, we'll concede to that, but I'm asking out of curiosity to know what the cards will say. Queen of Wands. So I'm about to be up off this case because this might go a little deeper than we want to admit, allegedly. Queen of Wands, why are you here? Ace of Cups, Give me more for the Queen of Wands, the Justice in reverse, but we'll keep it upright. And the Queen of Wands again and the Lovers. Wow. So again, y'all, consistently, there is a relationship, a partnership, whether it's love or business or both. There is a relationship here. It's also making me give me this doppelganger energy. So for the Queen of Wands, she's clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Justice that wanted to come in reverse, and the Lovers. Lovers could just be, I heard that multiple victims were air signs, specifically Gemini. I don't know if that's true or not. They could just be speaking of that. Maybe that's who they found it on. Um, and then we have the Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords? Why the Seven of Swords? The Hermit. This again could speak to, somebody thinking they was going to get away with it, lay low, type of energy. Only one card wanted to come out. I'll see if anything else for the Seven of Swords. But something hidden, the Ten of Swords. Yikes. So it could be allegedly proven that there's something funny going on with the DNA and the crime itself, the scene itself, allegedly, or this is just what his lawyer and other people are saying. Let's do Soul's Journey for this one last clarifier. And then I'm going to ask what we can see next from Koberger's team and what we can see next from the state. I guess that's what we'll call it for the other side. I hope that that's right. And that'll be it for now. If y'all have any questions y'all want me to ask, put it in the comments. If you here still, please do like. And please do not feel any pressure to subscribe if you feel like, at any point, if we disagree on something, you're going to feel a type of way. So don't feel a need to subscribe unless you genuinely want to subscribe and you are okay with agreeing to disagree, whether it's now or in the future, okay? All right. So we have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So, like I said, this lawyer is up for the challenge, but adversity with this DNA. So, again, this could be the lawyer challenging the DNA. She could find out if something funny wrong with it, or she's just doing her job and challenging the DNA because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Next, we have love. Like I said, this is some type of relationship in here, baby. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. We got forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So this could be a family member, even though we asked him about the DNA, I'm not sure, but it could be somebody saying they forgive the person or working towards forgiving the person. Anything else? Anything else? Imagination on top, indecision on bottom. Use my intuition in all aspects and imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. So it's just, a challenge, with the DNA and just getting really creative on how best to do her job, allegedly. All right, so let's move forward and see what can we see next from the state and law enforcement against Brian Koberger. What can we see and hear next from the prosecution? There we go. That's the word. Excuse me. All right. So what can we see next from the prosecution as it pertains to the Idaho 4 unaliving towards Brian Koberger and their case against him? What can we see next? What can we see? Nine of Cups. So that's wish fulfillment. That's also can be like holding back, being guarded, but being very proud. What else? Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like slow down, slow down. Okay, Nine of Cups and then the Knight of Pentacles is like I say all the time for night. It's observing something. It's taking a closer look. It's pumping the brakes a little bit and making sure I packed everything I need in my bag before I go on this long trip on this horse. All right, so then we have the Hermit. So again, they're keeping stuff close to them. They may have some other evidence that they definitely keep close to them, some new stuff that comes through possibly. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Somebody's looking at this Queen of Wands. Somebody's suspicious, and maybe it's because they may be feeling a little pressure to look deeper into the situation because of things that's brought to their attention via tips and just speculation. They may be like, hey, well, shoot. They could even be shielding this Queen of Wands. Okay, so let's see what else. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is like, meetings and press conference, or it's like a physical, tangible meeting. So they could be bringing some stuff, but let's see. Knight of Swords is here, which is somewhat aggressive communication or just rushing in with some type of communication. On top of the deck is the Ten of Wands and the Sun card. And on the bottom is the King of Cups and the Emperor. So they are holding back. I want to look at the third card on the front and back as well. The third card for the back is the Ace of Pentacles, and on the top is the Judgment. All right, so let's go ahead and just start to clarify. So it's looking pretty routine so far, what you would expect, after coming here and moving closer towards the, a conclusion of such a horrible thing, holding things close because it's investigation. You got speaking and whatnot to the people, try to make them feel a bit comfortable by offering them at least something. So Nine of Cups, for what we can see with the prosecution and law enforcement moving forward, you have the Ace of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So again, it's given bits and pieces, not the whole truth, because again, it's an investigation or for whatever reason you want to say. So they definitely will be keeping a tight lip as they were ordered to do. Knight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. So again, this could be something that they have to take a second look at, and either they throw it away or they're just keeping it shielded from the public. They definitely don't want this to get out. Tell me more. The Four of Wands. So they could, again, some type of evidence that was in the house. They could be trying, somebody could be trying to get it thrown out, or again, they're just keeping a tight lip on it. But also, it's making me feel like celebration cut short. So we'll see. Why the Hermit? Why the Hermit? I couldn't imagine what that could possibly be logically based off of what we've seen in the affidavit. I couldn't possibly see what that could be logically from a human standpoint. Based off of what they got, it looks like they got it, right? But it's something here. Why the Hermit? Why the Hermit? We got the Nine of Cups and the Four of Cups. Then we also have the Six of Wands. So it's a lot of stuff they have, right? It's a lot of stuff they have. So yeah, I'm just basically getting the same thing over and over. Why the Queen of Wands? Who is this here? The Ace of Cups. What else? I don't want to take them. I was trying to move it. I'll say what it is, though. I was getting ready to shuffle some more, and they just kind of fell out without me shuffling. So I don't know if I want to take them, but they also wanted to come in reverse. It was the Fool card, the Tower, and the Eight of Wands. And that was under the Queen of Wands with the Ace of Cups. But I'm going to throw them back in. Oh, but I'll say this. If we were meant to have these three cards, I'll mention this just in case. This could be them saying something about a new suspect as well, in addition to or apart from. So let's put these back in and we'll see what else we get for the Queen of Wands. All right, tell me about the Queen of Wands. We got the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Okay. Hmm. Well, hold on a second. Let me look at the Three of Pentacles too. Not the Three of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, it could be something about some other large element or person that they found about that may be or is connected to this case. Why the Knight of Swords two times right here by each other? What's the Knight of Swords? This could be a back and forth between two people, two groups, two sides. Why the Knight of Swords? The Strength. What else? The High Priestess. Okay, that's it, I guess. So it don't look too, out of the ordinary. I do see some type of big revelation, but they're guarding it a lot. So it could be some type of surprise witness or surprise element or surprise discovery in terms of who, when, where, how, why. Okay. All right. The final question is, what can we see from Brian Koberger and his lawyer moving forward? What can we see next as it pertains to the unaliving of the four Idaho students and the accusations against Brian Koberger? What can we see from the defense next? What can we see from the defense next? I actually want to ask one more question. Sorry, I already thought that. Forgive me. You got the Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, and Temperance. I almost feel like if she doesn't, then maybe she will. It's just if the lawyer or whatever, whoever on his side, untraditional means is what I'm hearing. So I don't know if that's typical for this lawyer or what. All right, and so the Death card on top and the Four Cups on bottom. Some people may be judging her for whatever reason. Maybe it's something she said. Maybe people view her as being insensitive or something like that. But she could also just be saying to her person is innocent. So they could be saying he's innocent still. They could still just be saying, because I say that because of the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands. For some reason, it makes me feel like innocence. So, why the Ace of Wands for what we can see next from Brad Koberger and his team, the defense? Six of Pentacles. So we might, the gag order is still in place, so I guess we might not, at least yet. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune wanted to come in reverse. So something about wrong place, wrong time, unfortunate circumstances, and it could be some innocence talking. But what is this give and take energy? Mutual relationship? I don't know. Why the Page of Cups? The Three of Cups. He partied there before. He something. I don't know. Again, I still feel like something is off. The Temperance is here with the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe it can be like respect the family. You're going to owe somebody an apology or something about money. Knight of Wands. Why the Magician? The Strength card. Four of Cups. Six of Wands. So she could just be saying that she feels confident. She could be talking jibber jabber about the police and the process. So I'm going to do so. You know what? I'm going to do Moonology and then that's it. Oh, I wanted to ask one more question about Zan. I mean, not Xana, but Dylan. I just want to ask if she's being honest just to cover all our bases. Allegedly. I'm not trying to victim blame, but we here trying to get answers, so I'm just going to try to get an answer, okay? So let's do Moonology first. We got Hold Your Vision. So far, I feel like that lines up with exactly what I've been saying for this particular question. think that's about it. Let's see. We got step out your comfort zone. So, like I said, unconventional ways. Be bold to make the first move on top. Balance spirituality and practicality on the bottom. So, unconventional ways, child. What that mean? I did see that high priest is there too. So I don't know if that's a part of it in some way, shape, or form. But final question, for real, for real, for real. Is allegedly Dylan being honest about her testimony or her statement? Is Dylan being honest about her statement as it pertains to the unaliving of the Idaho 4 students? Is Dylan, the surviving roommate, being honest with her statement? Ooch, the tower. Let me let y'all see that. I know instant, but there we go. First and only card. So tower is indifferent to me until we see what else comes out and clarify. But based off of the question and what the circumstances are, I feel like that's kind of big, right? That's a lot. But I'll look and see what this is. Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, King of Cups. It's way too many cards. So I'm just gonna keep going and see what else comes out. But that would indicate stress, right? For her. So Ten of Pentacles wanted to come in reverse. Again, Pentacles is all about money, also stability, foundation, family. Okay, anything else? Two of Cups. Mm. All right. So is it more that she's seeing that she's not saying, or that she doesn't remember? Death card on the bottom, World card on the top. Come on, man. So I should have looked at the roommates more. Should have looked at them more, but for some reason I wasn't being pulled towards them, or I just, I came onto this situation late. I was maybe almost a month after the fact. That's when I became privy of the situation. So I was just kind of following everybody else's leads of suspicion. But I should have just looked at the roommates. So they may or may not have anything to do with this, but we all can agree that it's very suspicious, based off of what we learned, which may be true or may not. We might have some details wrong or heard it wrong or whatever, right? But it's sus, right? Um, and I haven't blamed anybody this whole time. I just feel like the story of what I'm getting since I started was very clear that it was about a relationship, whether it was a romantic or a business relationship that went wrong, afraid of exposure, and it was more than one person. So, why the tower for if Miss Dillon is allegedly being honest? The tower is the King of Pentacles, so again, has something to do about money, like we said as well. And we have the King of Cups. So this could just be holding back a lot. Maybe it's in fear or something. Ten of Pentacles is the world. And the Eight of Swords. So now I'm still not getting like she's being deceptive, but it's like it is definitely this energy of holding back. The Tower again is so interesting. So Tower is Scorpio energy, right? The King of Pentacles is Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. King of Cups is also water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Now, Taurus and Scorpio are the very opposite of each other. So it could be holding back and, holding back. I'm not really getting deception though yet. So we still got a little bit to clarify. For the Ten of Pentacles, which wanted to come in reverse, I don't know what her financial status is or her family's, but it is some type of element of money or family or unity, something. So why the Two of Cups? This is the final card. Why the Two of Cups? The Emperor, father energy, or just somebody with authority. Tell me more. Just could be an older man as well. It's the Eight of Wands. What? Give me one more for each. One more for the Tower. One more for the Tower, please. The King of Swords. What the fudge? What in the fudge, y'all? We have all, well, except for the King of Wands, which is not here yet, but all three kings clarified the tower. I'm gonna have to clip this little part first. Hold on, let me show y'all. Excuse me looking ratchet. I'm in the bed. It is what it is. So look at this. The tower. And then right under the tower is all three kings. Pentacles, water, and air. So is this a little bigger than we think? Or what wait, what? I'm confused, y'all. So let's get one more for the Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So far for the Ten of Pentacles, World, eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, and a Four of Pentacles. I'm so stuck on the first part that I can't even see past this. Oh gosh, golly. I'm just gonna move on and get one more for the Two of Cups, y'all. The Two of Cups, the last card is the Five of Swords. So the Two of Cups has the Emperor, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. All right, Hangman on top of the deck and Three of Wands on the bottom. Mm. So this Two of Cups, Emperor, and the Eight of Wands, Five of Swords makes me feel like communication between two people. I don't know if this is during it, after it, or what, but it's shady to me. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me. We don't have to put our heads together because I feel like I'm losing it. I know I ain't because I'll be. But it's not. It's the math ain't mathing. The sense ain't sensing. The truth ain't truthing. Like it is just not. We're gonna do moonology to clarify one last time. Okay. Bring love into the situation when to come in reverse. A time to give rather than to take. I don't know. Again, like I said, somebody did this for somebody. Because look, it's the Ten of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Like with that energy, based on what we see in here too. I don't know if somebody keep changing their look or changing their clothes or changing their story. First he looked like this, then he looked like that. But you know, like I'm not completely understanding. Anything else for moonology? Anything else? We got, where is it? You and your loved ones are safe. So again, this could be fear of the person and retaliation or something. But it's some type of family and or money energy, partnerships and relationship. I mean, this is a scandal. Like this is way deeper, allegedly, than we even assumed to me. That's what it looked like. And I just mean even just on the basic level, other people that may be involved, everything that contributed to the situation, like so many hidden elements. But interesting enough, the moon is not even here this time. But we did do moonology and we have new moon, full moon, new moon. So that would make sense too. Of course, this could be astrological in nature as well, because the new moon and the full moon is back to back. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, uh, let me see, it's not like a void of course moon. It's not like mutable moon. It's new moon and full moon, which are back to back. As soon as the full moon is finished, it's a new moon, you know? So, hmm, interesting. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do like and don't feel pressure to subscribe unless you are actually interested in the channel and you don't have a problem agreeing to disagree with people and you're not flaky. So, all right. Thanks for watching.